Long time no see, Amy. I have something I want to tell you. Is it okay now? I'm getting married soon. Wow! Married? Oh, congrats, Millie! Thanks. What kind of person is he? We haven't talked to each other much recently. I had no idea you were seeing someone in the first place. Yeah, well, the person I'm marrying is in charge of a company. Wait, does that mean you're marrying a CEO? Congrats on the great catch! I know, right? I'm so great. I'm going to be so successful in life. Completely different from a peasant like you. Wait. Sorry, Amy. Due to the position I will be in after getting married, I'm going to have to cut all ties with you. You are not invited to the wedding. I just don't want you anywhere in my life anymore. Whoa, what's going on all of a sudden? Cut all ties with me? Why would you say such a mean thing to me? That's because I'm a winner, and I can't be seen as a loser. I have to carefully pick and choose who I want to be seen with. I'm in a completely different social class than you, peasant. Social class? I mean, I'm going to be the wife of a CEO. A woman in my class can't be seen hanging around someone of a lower class than that, so I don't want you to be in my life anymore. It's that simple. Millie, are you aware of how cruel you're being right now? I've been by your side since we grew up in the same orphanage. Only for you to throw away years of friendship over the fact that you're getting married to a CEO. I can't believe you would treat someone who practically grew up with you as if we were siblings like this. Shut up. Just because we grew up together doesn't mean I owe you anything in life. Plus, getting married to him is my ticket out of poverty. I'm going to be living the life that you could only dream of having. Why are you being so cold? We promised each other that we wouldn't leave each other alone even through marriage. Did we? I forgot. Millie. Anyways, this is why you're not invited to the wedding. He doesn't know that I grew up in an orphanage, and I would like to keep it that way. Having you at the wedding would make it obvious. What? You haven't told him? Why not? It's embarrassing to be raised in an orphanage. A person like that isn't fit to marry a CEO like him. If he finds out, my chance at a happy life will all be ruined. It's not something to be embarrassed about. Plus, a person who judges a person based on how they grow up is not worth marrying. You should be able to comfortably tell the people you love about it. Shut up. If I say that I'm not telling him, that means I won't be telling him. So don't you dare tell anybody. All you need to do is get out of my life. Millie, does this mean that you're embarrassed by me too? I grew up in the same place as you. You are absolutely an embarrassment to me. There is nothing I would gain from being friends with you. Thanks to this marriage, I will be leaving this low-class life and will be living in luxury. You and I wouldn't match anymore. Is that so? Well, I hope you're happy. Thanks for finally understanding. Hope you have a good life, or at least try to.
Hey, Amy. It's been a while. Are you doing okay?
Kent, it's been a while. Of course I've been doing great. How about you? Are you doing okay? Are you and the other staff at the orphanage doing okay?
Yeah, we're all doing great, especially the kids. We're smiling and laughing every day. Listen, the reason for my message was that I wanted to ask you about something. Are you still in contact with Millie?
Oh, Millie?
Yeah, I was wondering if you could do me a favor. I can't reach her number or any other means of contact with her, so I've been a bit worried about her lately.
Oh, then there's nothing to worry about. She was aesthetic over the fact that she was going to be married to a CEO.
What? She's getting married? Oh, congrats to her.
Yeah, it is something great. The thing is, though, she immediately told me that she wanted to cut all ties with me due to that marriage.
Wait, what?
She's hiding the fact that she grew up in an orphanage from her husband-to-be. Not to mention that she was embarrassed about where she grew up. She said that I'm not invited to the wedding, nor am I allowed to be in her life anymore.
That's unfortunate.
I'm pretty sure that it's also why you haven't been able to reach her. If there's anything you wanted to tell her, I can try and deliver the message to her. I might not be blocked yet.
No, it's okay. If that's the case, then there's no need to do anything. I just wanted to ask if she could help out with this charity event. I'm sure she would reject the question if what you said is true.
Charity event?
Yeah, we're going around asking everyone who left the orphanage if they could help out. We're going to take the kids out somewhere. It's just that we would like to have more adults at the event as well. Hence the reason for trying to contact her. Plus, I wanted to see Millie again after all these years.
If that's the case, then can I come and help out?
Really? You'd do that for us?
Of course! I work at a daycare. I'm pretty good at taking care of kids, if I do say so myself.
You're the best, Amy. You were like an older sister to all those kids back then. Thanks so much for this. I'll send you all the details about it soon, okay?
Alright! I can't wait to see you all again! Hey! I went out of my way to send you a picture of me in a fancy dress. Couldn't you have the decency to comment on it? How boring of you. Huh? I even went out of my way to send you the pictures of the wedding. You, of course, saw everything that I sent you, right? A famous person came to celebrate our wedding. And yet you haven't even given me the slightest of responses. Just because you're jealous of me doesn't mean you should ignore me. You're the one who wanted to cut me out of your life. What are you talking about? You told me not to talk to you, so I decided not to reply. Having to listen and see you bragging is an exception to the case? That's selfish of you. Bragging? No, I'm not bragging. I just thought I would cheer you up with those pictures. I figured you'd never seen a wedding like that ever in your life. I didn't ask you to do that. Plus, if you wanted to cheer me up, as you claim, then you would have done more than just send pictures. Why in the world would I do more than that? I would never take you to a place as fancy as that. Have you forgotten why I cut you out of my life? Because you're embarrassed of me being raised in an orphanage, right? So you do remember. I don't need him to know that I was raised in an orphanage. Plus, there's no benefit from me introducing orphans to higher-class people. So you just stay jealous of my amazing life and shut up. The thing is, your husband did invite me to the wedding. What? Well, not me, but a good lot of us. With the kids included, I would say that well over 10 of us were invited. It seems like your husband had seen some benefit in inviting orphans. Wait, you said that he invited you guys. What are you talking about? We're just at the reception right now. Can you see us? Can you see us when we're in this private area? What? Hang on. Why are you here? Wait, it's not just you. Why is that orphanage director here along with some kids? Why is it that all you orphans are at my wedding? Like I said, your husband invited us. As a sign of good faith, he invited us to the wedding. Good faith? You picked a good man, Millie. Not only is he a CEO, but he also actively works to help children in need as much as he can. What? How are you going to marry this man and you didn't even know about this? Your husband funds an orphanage. More specifically, the orphanage that we were raised in. What? Hang on. Wait. I didn't know about this. How have I not heard about this? That's a tad bit unfortunate. He told us that he and his wife are excited to have us at the wedding. Hang on, he might have mentioned something about charity work or something. I brushed off all that he was saying with a simple, "That's great. Because of that, I don't know much about him." Not only is he funding the orphanage, but he also gives the kids a chance to experience many things in life, like work or crafts. Which is why he also invited us to the wedding. He wanted to show the kids what a wedding was like. Since a lot of these kids have various reasons for why they don't have parents, he wanted to show that marriage is a good thing. I didn't know. Oh, I'm just a volunteer for today. I got asked by Kent to help out, which is why I'm here with the kids. I didn't think I would see a wedding this fancy in person. I'm sure the food will be great as well. This is going to be a great experience for me as well. What should I do? What should I do? I didn't think that all the people from the orphanage would be here at my wedding. Does Kent and the other staff know that I cut ties with you? That I'm hiding my background from my husband? I did tell Kent that you cut ties with me. I haven't said anything other than that, though. Something as trivial as someone cutting ties with me isn't something that needs to be brought up. No, I have to do something before he finds out. Firstly, Kent, I need to find him and make sure he keeps quiet about this. I need to ask him to pretend that he's never seen me before. What am I going to do now? He found out about everything! I can't believe that he found out about everything this early! Oh my. Did you fail in your mission to keep Kent quiet? Did he perhaps tell your husband while you weren't looking? Kent was able to read the room and keep quiet. It's those stupid brats! Those brats were the ones who ruined everything! They just had to ask, "What are you doing here, Millie?" Oh, my. He was standing next to me asking if I knew these kids. After that, those kids kept talking and revealing everything I tried to hide. The fact that I grew up in an orphanage is now out. You're going to have to forgive the kids for this one. You haven't come back to hang out with them once after you left, right? They were happy to see you after all that time. Plus, I'm sure you learned a valuable lesson. It's best to be upfront with the person you're about to marry. Huh. There was no way you could have kept it a secret the entire time. He's a nice person who donates and funds these kids. As long as you apologize and tell him the truth, I'm sure he'd understand. We're beyond just apologizing now. I lied to him about having both parents. I hired 2 people to act as my parents when he wanted to get their blessing. I'm sorry, what? I even hired those 2 again to play as my parents today. Since he found out that I lied and grew up in an orphanage, he's pretty mad. He's accusing me of lying about my work history and education. He won't listen to anything I say. He's going to find out that I was lying about my life, work, and education. Hang on now. You were lying that much to him. What else was I supposed to do? He was my ticket to getting a better life. I may have exaggerated my life. A bit, but he's the one who bought into it. It got to a point where I couldn't back out anymore. Out of curiosity, how much of your life did you exaggerate? I told him that I work for a tutoring service that helps teens aim for Harvard University. He took that as me working in a very popular tutoring service specifically made for students to aim for Harvard. Which you didn't deny and let him continue to believe that? What do I do, Amy? I've never seen him this mad before. He locked himself in a room and hasn't said a word. Do you think the wedding will continue? He won't ask to divorce me, right? You should probably throw in the towel now. He just came over to us and apologized. He asked us to let him to get a divorce with you. What?
It's been a while since Millie. It's the orphanage director, Kent.
Kent? What does she mean by that earlier? What does she mean that he came over to apologize and asked to get a divorce from me?
Well, with you being raised in an orphanage, I'm technically in the role of being your parent. He came over to me and apologized for having to end things with you on these terms. He really is such a respectful person.
No, wait. You're lying. I don't want to get divorced.
Why are you so persistent with this? It's your fault that things turned out like this. You're an adult now. You shouldn't be behaving like a child.
I'm not. I just don't want to do things that I don't want to do.
Like, if that's the case, then you should have been honest with him from the start. You decided to go through the entire process of hiding the truth instead, which led you to where you are now. You went as far as hiring people to play as your parents and lied about your work history and education. Of course he would want to end things with you.
What else was I supposed to do? There's no way that he would have liked me if I told him the truth about being raised in an orphanage. He wouldn't even bother to look my way if I did. So of course I hid the truth.
What's wrong with being raised in an orphanage? Everyone who grew up has left and lived happily. That goes for our staff too. We all supported everyone, including you, to make sure that you all grow up to be wonderful adults. I do not doubt that I love you more than your parents do. It's not just you. I love all the children at the orphanage equally. Everyone grows up and lives such happy lives. People get married and create their own families. People who even start up their own companies.
Really?
Where you were raised shouldn't define who you can and cannot be. The reason you're in the position you're currently in is not because of how or where you were raised. You need to understand that it's your rotten personality that is the cause.
What? If you claim to love me more than my parents do, then at least comfort me. I was the one who lost a chance at a great life.
Even if I wanted to comfort you, you blocked me on your own accord, remember? This is why I'm talking to you through Amy's phone rather than my own.
Oh, right.
You're embarrassed by us, aren't you? If that's the case, you can get back on your own 2 feet by yourself. You threw away us and your closest friend. Don't think that things can go back to the way it was before all this.
Please.
Good luck. I don't know how your life will turn out from here on out, but I'll pray that you manage to get by.
Millie's wedding ended up getting canceled, and now she is getting sued for marriage fraud by her former husband. According to Kent, Amy's marriage wouldn't have been in shambles for her background, but rather all the lies she told about her occupation and so on. He said that he couldn't have a life partner with someone who he can't tell is lying or not. As for Millie, to pay off the fines for the wedding and marriage, she started working the night shift somewhere. She managed to get customers due to her sob story, but all the people interested in her are problematic. Since having no friends and family to complain about her job to, she's quietly working hard, alone.
Banker, I have a favor to ask you. Will you do it?
Sis, what's going on all of a sudden? What is this favor you want?
You know, give me your husband.
Huh? What are you saying all of a sudden? You're kidding, right?
I'm not joking, I'm serious.
Sis, what's wrong with you?
I didn't tell you until now. When I saw your husband, Bob, for the first time at your wedding, he was my type. But he is your husband, and I gave up on him then. I decided to keep my feelings inside my heart. I'm a healthy person, aren't I?
Huh? What are you saying?
But the other day, I met him at my parents' house after a long time. I knew he was the one for me. I couldn't hold back my feelings any longer. Since then, I've been thinking about him every waking moment. So, give me Bob.
What have you been saying since a while ago? That's enough. Of course I don't want to.
What? You're kidding. I was brave enough to confide in you like this. You don't want to give him to me?
Of course not. He's not an object. There's no way I'd give him to you so easily.
Ah, that's what you meant. Then why didn't you just say so from the beginning?
Huh?
You want money, right? Then I'll pay you what you want.
What makes you think that? I never said I wanted money.
You don't have to be so stubborn. How much do you want? Don't hesitate to tell me. I'll pay you right away.
Even if you loaded me with 1 million, I'm not going to give up my husband to you. He says he doesn't have the slightest intention of leaving me.
Can you please not decide that on your own? You didn't even check with him directly.
I'm telling you because I did. I'm standing next to him right now, and I'm telling you exactly what he said to me.
That's definitely not true, right? I don't believe you. When we saw each other at my parents' house the other day, we looked at each other.
That's absolutely not true. That's what he is saying sitting next to me.
Janet, come on. The moment we looked at each other, time stopped and we swore our love to each other.
He says that never happened. Cut it out. We are both annoyed.
I don't doubt that you don't want to let go of Bob, but it's not good to lie. Anyway, it's a lie that he is beside you, isn't it?
Huh? It's not a lie.
I'm very perceptive when it comes to love. That's why I know that he loves me. And I also know that you are lying.
It's true that he's next to me. Can I go now? He's going on an overseas business trip tomorrow.
Is that so?
I'll get him ready now and let him rest as soon as possible. I won't reply to any more of your messages.
Wait a minute. I'm not done talking yet. Well, okay. Now's the time you can be so stubborn. Absolutely, Bob and I have pledged our love to each other. You should be prepared to live as a single mother while you still can.
Janet, I just came back from an overseas business trip, and I'm at the office right now.
Hey, I know you must be tired, so please come home early today.
Oh, thank you. I contacted you about your sister.
Huh? What about my sister?
I heard there was a woman sniffing around the company about me while I was on a business trip. She apparently said there's a man named Bob who is currently on an overseas business trip at this company, right? She asked if I was fooling around with women during my business trip, or if there was any girl I was dating at the company. She waited in front of the entrance and asked around to the employees who came out of the building.
Don't tell me that was my sister.
Oh, apparently a co-worker took some photos of her and showed me. It was your sister.
She is serious after all.
But I thought your sister and your brother-in-law were getting along just fine. Don't tell me that she is suddenly divorcing him.
I don't think so. A while ago, another colleague of mine said he saw your sister near the office.
My co-worker, who understands I'm in trouble. She said she'd give me a ride today. I have a lot of stuff and I don't want to run into your sister. I really appreciate the offer.
Yes, you should thank your co-worker. Be careful not to run into my sister, though.
Yeah, thanks.
Hey! I went to a lot of trouble to get this money for you. Why don't you take it? Are you saying that $12,000 isn't enough? If that's the case, just say so. It can't be helped. I'll get you $15,000 next time. Just make sure you get it, along with the divorce papers too. Whether you accept it or not, it's already decided that you're going to be dumped by him. I think it's better for your own safety if you accept it. Maybe you are surprised by the large sum of money. Hey, are you listening to me? Say something. Well, okay, I'll bring it to you soon, so be prepared.
Bob, she's really bad.
What's going on?
I just went out for lunch with my co-workers. My sister was waiting for us. She suddenly pushed money at me. Of course, I pushed it back, but she also had the divorce papers in her hand. She had $12,000 in cash.
What? That's a lot of money. So she did what she declared on WhatsApp before? I didn't know your sister was that kind of a person. She's so different from my impression of her.
Well, she did sometimes do bold things, but she was a sensible person. But when she started talking about you as the man of her dreams, she suddenly became very strange.
Maybe you should have a talk with your brother-in-law?
I'd like to, but he's currently working outside of the state.
Huh? Really?
I heard it was suddenly decided. That's why she's waiting in front of your office. She's doing whatever she wants. It seems she has a friend watching her kids.
I see.
The only other people who I can think of that might be able to stop her could be my parents. My dad was sick in the hospital until recently, right? So I don't want to worry him unnecessarily.
I'm with you on that. I want your father to get better as soon as possible, so I don't think we should talk about this. I think we should handle it on our own.
You're right. Oh God, we're about to celebrate 10 years of marriage. I didn't think my sister would interrupt us.
That's true.
We were talking about where to go for our anniversary, and all kinds of fun things, but I never thought this would happen.
Oh, I just got a call from the jewelry store. The ring we ordered is ready.
Really? I'm so excited.
I'll pick it up on my way home from work today.
You sure? Thank you.
Will this make you feel a little bit better?
Yes, it does. I'm so happy. I don't care about my sister anymore.
I'm glad to hear that. Look forward to it.
Thank you. I'll be waiting. I have something to tell you. What is it this time? I'm busy. Don't keep calling me over and over again about stupid things.
You're so bossy. You can't keep talking to me like that. Well, I'll condone it today. Because I did something bad to you and I'm really sorry.
Stop beating around the bush. If you have something to say it clearly.
Actually, Bob just gave me an engagement ring. We're getting married tomorrow. I'm really sorry for taking your husband away from you.
Huh?
Unbelievable? That's right. You don't even want to believe it, right? But I'm sorry, it's true. It looks like the 12,000 I brought to you the other day wasn't enough. I'll bring you the 15,000 and the divorce papers again, so this time, please accept it.
What are you talking about?
Huh? Are you being modest? It's the least I can do. We're sisters, you should just take it. Well, I'm on my way there now.
Wait a minute.
Hmm?
You said you got an engagement ring from him, right? Then why didn't you tell me the details?
I don't mind, but I think you'll just be shocked.
I don't believe anything you say. That's impossible. But if you insist that you got an engagement ring and you're getting married to him, I'll at least listen to you.
You're so bossy. You can't face reality, can you? I can talk about it, but it's going to hurt you even more than it already has, okay? And you're okay with that?
Just go ahead and explain it to me.
Don't be so impatient. It's so obvious that you're on edge. If you want to hear it so badly, I'll tell you how much Bob and I love each other. I don't care if you regret it.
Okay, enough with the preamble.
He stopped by a jewelry store in the station building on his way home from work. This can't be true. I was watching him picking up the item. It was just as I thought. He was buying an engagement ring for me. I was so happy that I couldn't wait for him to give it to me. So as soon as he paid the bill, I received it. Now you know it's true that I got the engagement ring.
I see your point.
Well, I'm glad you understand. Now that you understand, you get the hell out of my way. When are you getting a divorce? Hurry up. Bob and I are in love with each other, but you are in the way.
Your delusion is out of control.
Huh? Delusion?
I'm going to put you through to him.
Huh? Is he proposing to me?
This is Bob.
Bob, thanks for the engagement ring earlier. Please give me back the ring as soon as possible. It's not yours. You don't have to be embarrassed anymore, handsome.
When did I say I'd give you the ring? Besides, I never said I love you, did I?
You don't have to say it in words. Because we pledged our love to each other the moment we laid eyes on each other. And on top of that, that ring, right? Your feelings have already been conveyed to me. But if you want to propose to me, I'm all for it. If that's the case, I'd like to hear it at a stylish place. Maybe a bar with a night view in a luxury hotel would be nice. Oh, that's right. I thought it's my turn to reciprocate your feelings. I've prepared a wedding.
What?
Tomorrow is our wedding day, handsome.
What are you talking about?
As you can imagine, it was impossible to book the wedding venue, but we've rented out a restaurant in a house. A really lovely place. So you can get divorced today, right?
That's enough. The only person I love is Janet. Please return my wife's ring.
Huh? That's what you mean. You mean you want to give it to me officially at the proposal, right? I mean, I can't believe I'm going to be your wife.
That ring belongs to my wife, Janet.
Huh?
Janet and I have been married for almost 10 years now. When we got married, I made a promise to her. On our 10th wedding anniversary, we would buy a new ring. That ring is a gift to my wife, Janet, as a token of my gratitude for all she has done for me.
What are you talking about? You gave me the ring.
I didn't give it to you. Just as I was about to get the paper bag containing the ring from the clerk after paying the bill, you took it from me and ran away. Please give it back.
This can't be true. You were threatened by Janet to say so, weren't you?
No, that's enough. If you don't give it back to me, I'll call the police. Are you okay with that?
Huh? The police?
I really don't want to do that though, since you're her sister.
Oh no, then you're really saying it's not my ring?
That's why I've told you so many times. If you don't want me to call the police, then give it back.
But it's engraved on the ring. I noticed it. B and J, these are our initials engraved on it, right? That means B for Bob and J for Jenny, right?
It's J for Janet.
Huh?
It's Janet, so it's J, right?
What?
You have a husband, don't you? Please don't say things I don't understand, like me and the wedding. And no matter what you say, the only person I love is Janet.
Oh no. I thought we were in love. I can't believe I was wrong.
Now you finally understand. Then please give me back the ring.
No, I won't.
What?
I've decided to throw this ring in the river.
Wait a minute. What a thing to do with the ring I bought for Janet. Please return it right now.
I want to throw it in the river and let my feelings for you wash away. You understand a woman's feelings, don't you?
I don't think so. Please give it back.
I don't need you to understand. I've already made up my mind. I'm glad I live by the river.
Hey, please don't do that.
Bob, goodbye.
You're kidding.
Janet, what the hell does this mean? A bill for a ring. Why do I have to pay for it? And it's $5,800. There's no way I can pay that much money. No. You have to pay for it. You threw the ring in the river. Of course you do. I can't let this go just because you're my sister. Bob filed a police report against you for stealing the ring. Huh? The police? A damage report? Wait a minute, that's a lie, right? You wouldn't lie about something like that. You can't get away with it. It's perfectly caught on the jewelry store's security camera. Just as he was about to get the paper bag from the clerk, you intervened, took the bag, and ran away. Oh no. Besides, the clerk is also watching you stealing. I didn't mean to steal anything. Even so, he asked you to give it back many times. I have proof on WhatsApp, so there's no way you can get away with it.
If you had returned it then, we wouldn't have made a big deal out of it. But I never thought you'd throw it in the river.
Oh, I was just kidding about throwing it in the river. I was so shocked that he dumped me, that's why.
So, can you come and return the ring now?
Well, that's...
Someone saw you throwing the ring out of the window into the river. So, there's no excuse.
I just wanted to let bygones be bygones with my feelings for him. That's all.
No. You took someone else's belonging and threw it into the river, and you say that's all you did? What are you talking about? We told your husband about what happened.
You're kidding.
We even reported the damage. Of course we did.
You don't have to go that far, no matter how much you want to.
You caused us to go that far, didn't you?
I've just had my heart broken, and you're going after me like that? Isn't that too harsh on your sister?
You're the one being cruel. I can't believe you would seriously try to steal your sister's husband. What you did is stealing. I don't know what to say to you anymore. I've decided to ask a lawyer to take care of the rest.
You must be kidding. We are sisters.
Can I go now? I'm busy. You and your husband can talk about the rest. Bye.
Wait, I have a favor to ask you.
What?
Can you lend me some money?
Huh?
The restaurant I reserved for the wedding with Bob? Since it was a last-minute cancellation, it's going to cost me $2,500, the full amount.
Sis, you have money, right? You were going to pay me $1,500, right?
I took it from my husband's account behind his back. But he already found out.
Whatever, take care of it yourself. Bye.
Wait, don't abandon me.
Later, my brother-in-law brought the money to reimburse me for the ring and apologized on behalf of my sister. For the sake of their children and because he didn't want to give their mother a criminal record, he begged me to withdraw the damage report. He said that he would of course charge my sister for the ring at a later date, and my brother-in-law is divorcing my sister. I think my sister has been punished enough, so we withdrew the report. Since she is the cause of the divorce and she has no money to support the children, the custody is with my brother-in-law. Naturally, the $2,500 for the cancellation fee for the restaurant that she made reservations at based on her assumption, she is obliged to pay for it. Although my sister has 2 jobs, she is now living in extreme poverty, having to use most of her salary to repay the debt. As for the rings, we ordered a new pair of rings with the money we received from their reimbursement. I hope we can continue to live together as a family, caring for each other.